Hello and season's greetings to you from Gateshead International Stadium here this afternoon as Gateshead take on York City in the Vanarama National League. We hope that you had a lovely Christmas and Santa was good to you. And we're hoping for a good game of football here. There's been some great encounters between the two sides over the years. Notably from a Gateshead persuasion, there was that John Shaw hat-trick against Gary Mills York as it was then when Ian Bogie was in charge at Gateshead. Will we see a 5-goal thriller like that? Will we see York try and get some dominance in the game here at Gateshead Stadium? Or indeed, will we see Gateshead dominate in possession as we have done all season? You won't miss a kick here on the Heed Army podcast and National League TV streaming service. We'd like to say thank you for joining us and giving us your afternoon here. We understand that some people are working, family commitments. It's that time of year. But don't worry, you won't miss a kick or a goal here with us this afternoon. And a little bit of housekeeping. The Heed Army podcast is live on Thursday evening at 8 p.m. We'll be talking about this game and also previewing the next game on New Year's Day as Gateshead travel down to today's visitors, York, and at the GNER Community Stadium, I believe it is. So if you're going down there and you want to talk to us beforehand, tune into the Heed Army podcast on Thursday, 8 p.m. and we'd love to have you join us. Also, as well, if you'd like to subscribe, if you're listening to us on YouTube, that would really go a long way, and also like the stream. And also, as well, if you are in the mood for watching the game, you can still watch it and listen to us. You can go to the National League TV streaming website and you can join us and you'll hear us there as well. But you can watch the game live, exclusively National League action. So that is what I'm doing. I haven't got Mark Rivers here with me today, my normal partner in crime. I am going to be joined very shortly, though, by York player and former Gateshead captain, Scott Barrow. So that would be fantastic to have Scott back with us here on commentary. We always enjoy his company here. And just did a little Q&A with him. He's back fit. He's had a torrid 17 months. Of course, got injured. ACL, I believe it was, in the National League North playoff final. Hampered his celebrations somewhat, but he's going to be here to talk with us and help you guide us through the game and give an insight from a footballer's perspective. And it should be a very interesting one. Just going around for a little bit of local interest, there is some early kickoffs in the National League North. There's one game that has two teams from the northeast, or you'd say from the north of England at least anyway. Scarborough 2, Darlington 0. Aidan Rutledge, Gateshead striker, on loan down there at Scarborough, scored a penalty on 7 minutes. And I think it's Green got the second goal for Scarborough. But nice to see Aidan Rutledge continuing his development on loan down at Scarborough. And we'll hopefully see him back in a Gateshead shirt. But his loan has been extended to another month. So he'll be getting down there, getting some vital pitch time and hopefully some more goals. On the other front of loan news from Gateshead is that Connor Panney, the young left-sided midfielder, left wing back, man of many talents on that side of the pitch, is on a current month loan at Workington. So he's going to get some much-needed minutes on the pitch as well. And well, talking about on the pitch, I'll go through the visitors' lineup. It is George Sykes-Kenworthy in goal. Ryan Furfield is captain. Adam Crooks. Paddy McLaughlin, of course, former Gateshead player. We've got Will Davis, Ollie Tyson, Mazza Koya, I'll get the proper pronunciation of that from Scott when he joins us. Callum Howe, Scott Burgess, Andy Woodyard, and Will Smith make up the starting lineup. And pardon me, I've just got to have a little cough. Sorry about that. On the bench for York is David Stockdale, Michael Duckworth, Tyler Cordner, Debo Akinyemi, and Linnell John Lewis. For Gateshead, this is how they line up this afternoon. Archie Mayer in goal, wearing number 1. Kenton Richardson, number 5. Louis Story, number 6. Joe Grayson wears number 18. Kyron Lofthouse, the man on loan from Barnsley, wears number 28. In the absence of the injured Greg Ollie, Ed Francis is the captain, wearing number 8. Callum Wheeler, number 4. Regan Booty, number 3. Billy Chadwick, 23, Stephen Wern, 11, and Marcus Denanga, number 9. On the bench is Harrison Bond, Jordan Hunter, Luke Hannant, Mamadou, Job, and Lucas Lowry, who is coming through the ranks here at Gateshead and is getting his chance on the bench here this afternoon. So Gateshead with a strong lineup, and you can just see that a couple of the injuries are starting to give the attacking options on the bench maybe not as much option for Rob Elliott at the moment. But we'll see as this game gets underway how that affects the game. We are about 8 minutes away from kickoff here, and we have got some messages. If you are on the YouTube stream listening in, or even on the pardon me, even on the National League TV streaming service, you can pop onto YouTube and send us a message. Have you laid the Boxing Day cable yet? No, I haven't. That's from Cow Daily. And good afternoon from Sean Parry, everybody. Happy Boxing Day to you all. And if you're just tuning in to us, I hope you have had a beautiful festive period here. And I hope Santa was very kind to you. I'm sure he was. And hopefully the children in your family have had a magical time. They did in mine. And, well, as Gateshead fans and York fans, we're looking for a magical performance here at Gateshead International Stadium. And for our audio listeners, it is a slight covering of cloud above us, blue sky in the distance, as well as the moon on the horizon as well, over Walker to our left. And it is a little bit nippy here. It isn't going to get any warmer, believe me, but hopefully the football can warm us up. We are going to be having Scott Barrow joining us on co-commentary here this afternoon, so we're very thankful to have him. We know that Mark Carruthers is unable to be with us today, our normal partner in crime, but not a bad replacement in Scott Barrow. And it's always been an enjoyable game when we've had Scott on commentary, and hopefully that will continue. And also as well for our York fans tuning in this afternoon, it'll give you a York perspective as well, not as a Gateshead heavy one, but we always try to call it as we see it. There's not many rose-tinted glasses here, but having Scott will definitely give a good York side of things as well. So, yeah, and it has been a lovely season so far, but Gateshead will be looking to kick on and keep themselves embedded in the playoffs. It's very tight around there. Anybody can beat anybody, as we've seen. Gateshead have had in and out results. Of course, a horrid result at home to our bogey side, Halifax, but they made amends with a travel away a few days later to Oldham Athletic, where they came from a goal behind to win 2-1. Well, great show of character down there in Manchester area. So hopefully we can see the same kind of character from Gateshead today. And if there's any York fans listening, please do message us on the YouTube channel. Let us know what your thoughts are, what your predictions are for the game as well. We'd love to have your predictions. Please do send them in, and we'll read them out when we can. David Vickers has sent us a message on the YouTube channel. He has put his name is David Vickers. He's put Merry Christmas, Heat Army podcast. Hope you had a good Christmas on Christmas Day. Been listening to the Newcastle match, turned it off after 80 minutes, got fed up. Let's hope for a Gateshead win. Well, we all know Gateshead's the biggest team on Tyneside. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. And we'll see if Gateshead can show how it's done this afternoon. But by no means is it going to be an easy test here today. There's always been good games between Gateshead and York City. I mentioned earlier on in the build-up, there was notable games when Ian Bogie and Gary Mills were in charge at the respective clubs, and it was always an entertaining affair when the players went out there on the pitch. And just looking down in front of me there, big Linnell John Lewis, when he's down there on the bench. What a threat he is in the goal area, and I'm not too unhappy that he's on the bench thus far. But at some point, I'm sure we will see the big man make his way onto the pitch here at Gateshead International Stadium. Once again, if you are joining us on the National League TV streaming service, thank you very much. And of course, our audio listeners on YouTube. Time we stand here where we are, where the commentary position, we're just on the halfway line between the dugouts as the players come out of the tunnel below us. That's where we are in the stand for people that can't see, or for our audio listeners. So just that's our vantage point here. So we're perfectly situated to see everything here as the teams we wait for the teams to come out. But looking along 10 we are standing, it is starting to fill up. There's a fantastic away following on the far side from York City. The Minster men have come in their droves, and they're still coming through the turnside on the far side. I would hazard a guess at the moment there's at least 400-500 fans over there. Who knows, it could even hit 600. An amazing following here over the festive period. We'll mention it later on in the commentary and in the stream. Just a massive well done to them. If any of their friends and family are watching, let's say you've always got to respect away fans and their following in York City are doing their side. I'm absolutely proud with the numbers that they have managed to bring up to Tyneside here over the festive holidays.
Many congratulations to James Thomas Lovejoy.
And well, we just had a little message over the tunnel there. I was about to do that. 2 volunteers at Gateshead. You might have seen them if you've come to a Gateshead game and bought your programme as you arrive into the Tyne and Wear stand here. 2 twins, James and Thomas, they turned 18 last week. They are fantastic volunteers. They do a lot of work for Gateshead Football Club. You might think, just turning up on the day and doing your thing, it's an easy thing to do. It's not. It's dedication, it's time, and every little cog helps the machine turn in non-league circles. As one of them just walked past me there, and we say, hope they had a beautiful 18th birthday. Asked them before the game if they had their first legal pint. They said no. So I did tell everyone in corporate to buy them one. Whether they have or not, I don't know. But we are waiting for the teams to come out here. We are waiting for Scott Barrow to join us as well before kickoff. And it should be a magnificent game of football between Gateshead and York City. Rob Elliott makes his way out to the dugout. Gives the Tyne and Wear stand a nice round of applause there. Shakes hands with his counterpart there at York. And we await the teams to come out here for this Boxing Day fixture. Who will come out on top? Once again, if you're joining us on the YouTube stream, please do like and subscribe. It really does help us reach more people on a match day and for the Heat Army podcast. But the teams are being led out now by the referees. And Gateshead in their black and white shirt, looking stunning. Archie Mayer all in pink. York in navy blue with white shorts. And Sykes Kenworthy in your traditional green keeper's uniform there. But this is how Gateshead line up this afternoon. Archie Mayer in goal, Kenton Richardson, Louis Story, Joe Grayson, Kyron Lofthouse, Ed Francis is the captain, Callum Whelan, Regan Booty, Billy Chadwick, Stephen Wern and Marcus Tenanga. On the bench is Harrison Bond, Jordan Hunter, Luke Hannant, Mamadou Job and Lucas Lowry. The visitors line up like this. It's George Sykes, Kenworthy in goal, Ryan Fallowfield is the captain, Adam Crooks, Paddy McLaughlin, former Gateshead midfielder of course, Will Davies, Ollie Tyson, Mazur Kouar, Callum Howe, Scott Burgess, Alex Woodyard and Will Smith make up the starting lineup. The experienced David Stockdale is on the bench. Michael Duckworth, Kyla Cordner, Debo Akinyemye and Linnell John Lewis. And well, they're going through a little warm-up. York down to our left-hand side. Gateshead getting themselves ready, waiting for the coin toss as Ed Francis just walks into the centre circle with a couple of his teammates here, and we are going to find out which way we are shooting momentarily. But once again, we'll say it one more time. We hope you had a fantastic Christmas and hope it was magical for the kids. It was in my household, and I hope it was in yours. But the captains now shake hands with the referee. The coin toss is about to get underway. and we'll find out which way we are shooting. And Skirfielders, but afternoon all, beers in the fridge. Let's get 3 points, Heed Army. And, well, it does look as though Gateshead will be shooting towards the River Tyne. York are going to be kicking off towards the Felon end. And we are about to get underway here at Gateshead International Stadium. Gateshead versus York, National League Vanarama action. Scott Burgess stands over the ball. Well, fourth official's happy now. He's giving the okay. He's putting in his earpiece. They've all got their communication between the officials now. Referee making sure everyone's ready to go. And we're underway as Paddy McLaughlin pings the ball out here and, well, doesn't find anybody, goes straight out for a goal kick to our right-hand side. Gateshead subs just making their way to the bench as well there. Wrapped up. It is a cold afternoon here. Gateshead pass it around the back. Comes across to Joe Grayson, who is playing left of the back three, but a lovely crossfield ball looking for Lofthouse. Lofthouse gets the ball back. Can a cross come in? Oh, good block as well on the far side there by Crooks. And Gateshead judged to a foul Crooks when he tried to clear it. Free kick to York. Well, Joe Grayson seems to have his radar on already. He pinged that one right across towards Lofthouse, who managed to bring it forward, but Crooks was there to deny. Waiting for this free kick to be taken. We're still waiting for Scott Barrow to join us. Hope he remembers. Long kick by Sykes Kenworthy there, and it's bounced right through. Ball nodded back. Grayson sees it back to Mayer, in turn rolls it out. Grayson can bring the ball forward. He's got space to run into. Booty shows on his left-hand side, but it goes inside to Louis Story. Turn across to Richardson. Booty's shouting for the ball. Comes across to Grayson now. Now it comes to Booty on the left-hand side. Gets it happy in possession as they see the run there through the middle. And Chadwick, while he was onside, of course, Sykes Kenworthy there needed a second chance to scoop the ball up. And we're down the right, left-hand side of the pitch for York at the moment. McLaughlin plays a crossfield ball looking for the run of Farrowfield. He gets there down towards the corner flag. Right-hand side crosses the ball in. Oh, and a little flick there. And Archie Mayer didn't have to scramble across his box, but he got across there. But a good cross in. Davies had to do like a little back heel flick there because it's slightly behind him. That's what he tried to pull off, but a warning shot nonetheless to show that they can get the ball in from wide can York. As Booty brings the ball forward, gives it to Wern, back to Grayson, left-hand side of the pitch. Story plays it across to Kenton on the right-hand side. Chadwick back to Richardson. Stephen Wern's in acres of space here on the left-hand side if they spot him, but the ball goes to the right. Whelan just turns, gives it back to Richardson. Every player inside the York half bar. Archie Mayer, ball through the centre. Denanga, is he onside? Can he get the shot if the flag goes up? Of course, in this day and age, we have to wait till he touches the ball for the flag to go up. Did look like he had stole half a yard, to be honest. Into the 4th minute, and it is 0-0 if you're just joining us here at Gateshead Stadium between Gateshead and York City. As the moon to our left-hand side is rising higher in the sky, just behind Sykes Kenworthy as he waits to take this free kick. Very direct, and Louis Story were free-headed to clear it. Denanga nods the ball on, but there wasn't anybody making the run. Crooks can play the ball forward. Nodded on, now McLaughlin plays it inside to Davies, and Davies just couldn't control it. And Gateshead can bring the ball forward. Ball out to Lofthouse, right-hand side, just on the halfway line. Carries the ball forward. drives with the ball, puts it out to Chadwick. Tried to play the ball forward for the run of Lofthouse, but wins a throw in the process on the far side. Quickly taken. Story gives it to Grayson. Grayson can drive forward with the ball. He's got Booty on the left-hand side, who he uses. Booty plays it back into the centre. Ed Francis sees Denanga drop deep for it. Denanga couldn't control the ball, and York. Oh, dispossessed there now. Gated edge of the area. Chadwick, what can he do? He's been dispossessed again, and the ball's been cleared. Anywhere will do for York to relieve that pressure. But I think it was McLaughlin got caught on the ball there. Whelan winning it back. Just Gateshead couldn't find the space to pull the trigger inside the box. But Gateshead building from the back again. Richardson to Story. Grayson across the pitch to Richardson. He brings the ball forward, puts it out to Lofthouse on the right-hand side. Looking for a run, but the ball didn't get through, and now McLaughlin gets the ball. And a free kick was given there, a little tug on the shirt. And that's right on the left-hand touchline. I think the keeper might even come out to take this one. As he does. Well, don't know where Scott Barrow is. He had said he was going to be with us. There's the ball. Massive kick there from the goalkeeper. York couldn't control it though, and Gator can now try and get themselves higher up the pitch, but they're playing back. There's good pressure from York though. Archie Mayer takes a touch. He's got Grayson. He's got Booty in front of him. He's got options. But the pressure is relieved because nobody pushes him down. He can give the ball to Story. Richardson. Ball just skips away from him, but he gets it under control. Grayson. Across the halfway line with the ball. Driving run. The space is opened up for him. Places it inside to Denanga. Denanga's ball finds Whelan. Grayson. Francis. Chadwick. Just inside the York City half at the moment. Now Whelan has it a little bit higher up. Can you see the run of Chadwick there? He didn't. I think the marker was there with him. Okay, it's still in possession. Story plays it inside to Chadwick. Denanga couldn't get on the end of it. Oh, it nearly rolled through. And York can clear this one. Back to the goalkeeper. And Sykes Kenworthy. Another great clearance. But Gateshead nod the ball out for a throw-in just in front of the York City dugout. 8 minutes gone if you're just joining us. Into the 8th minute, should I say. And it is 0-0. Most dangerous thing we've had happen is a cross into the box from Farrowfield where Harris tried to flick it with the back of his heel. Couldn't guide it on target, and the keeper had all the time in the world to scoop it up. But apart from that, no one really making the goalkeepers work. Kent Richardson brings the ball out, crosses the halfway line. He's got Lofthouse on the far side, halfway inside the York half. Tries to open up, and he does. Drives right down. Can he take down to the dead ball line? Pulls across, it deflects, but it comes back to Whelan. Whelan cross deflected as well, but Whelan can try and see it out for a throw, and he does very well there. About 5 yards from the corner flag on the far side in front of the visiting supporters. Gateshead have a throw, an opportunity to get this ball in the box. Of course, Greg Ollie isn't here, who normally does the long throws, the captain. And Billy Chadwick's touch lets him down, and the ball goes straight back out of play for a York throw-in on the far side. Big thank you to everyone that's joined us either on the YouTube audio stream or on the National League TV streaming service. Pleasure to be with you here on not Bank Holiday Monday, on Boxing Day, should I say. It is a bank holiday, really. Grayson has space to run into with the ball. Picks out Stephen Wern, who hasn't seen much action so far. Gives it back to Grayson. Story. It's all been Gateshead so far, bar that counter attack from York in the opening stages. Story just on the centre, near the centre spot in the centre circle. Gives it to Richardson, who can play it inside to Francis. Francis has got Grayson here, who he uses. He looks again. He's got Wern on the left-hand side. Wern now cuts inside with the ball. Back to Ed Francis. Wern. There's a lot of movement here. There's a lot of movement from the York defence. They're following players. They're man marking. At the moment, Gateshead trying to pick out a pass as Booty's ball deflects through. Now Francis edge of the area. He's got Lofthouse on the far side. Can he get a cross in? Pulls it back to Francis. Whelan goes for the shots across. Oh, deflected behind for a corner. It is. The referee seemed to take his time there. Didn't know if it came off a Gateshead shin or a York one. But it is a corner at Gateshead on the far side. As Regan Booty goes over to take this one. The first 10 minutes gone here. We're about to go into the 11th minute. Still 0-0. All huddled in the 6-yard area. This one's going to come in tight as it does. And bounces through, falls to Whelan on the edge of the area. He pings it back out to Booty on the far side. He's still on side, gets the ball back. Oh, his touch just let him down. And now York can try and counter. But they do get the ball away. Good footwork from, I think it was Burgess there. Wasn't it? It was Woodyard. But now they're trying to build down the left-hand side, York. Ball forward. McLaughlin's got space to run into. Farrafield's on the overlap here on the right-hand side. Here comes the ball across to Farrafield. Corner of the area. Takes a touch. Now puts a delivery and it's off the back of Lofthouse. And Lofthouse can head the ball away, but only as far as a navy blue shirt. And the ball put into the centre there by Burgess. It's up in the air. Aerial challenge. Kent Richardson wins it. Louis Story. It's not Louis Story. It's Whelan on the far side. Loses out in the aerial battle with Koyar. Oh, good interception, but it falls to a blue shirt. York just enjoying a spell of possession here. And the ball goes off Whelan for a throw to York, level with the corner of the box on the far side. Throw taken. Woodyard gives the ball back. York happy to build from the back as Cook plays it forward. Sees the run of Burgess. Burgess pulls it back, but there's nobody there. Lofthouse can just calmly pass it back to Kent Richardson and Gateshead look to build again. There's Archie Mayer. Plays it forward to Grayson. Booty. Back to Grayson. And his ball across the other side of the pitch finds Kent Richardson. Former Sunderland man. Back to Louis Story. Across the defence again to Grayson. Story again, just in the centre circle. Gateshead able to bring the ball forward unchallenged at the moment. Far side, Whelan. Lofthouse. Lofthouse plays it back to Kent Richardson. Grayson. Just on the edge of the centre circle inside the York half. Oh, and Booty's ball. Francis did well to get it back to him. Gateshead still in possession at the moment. Richardson to Lofthouse. Lofthouse sees the run of Chadwick. Chadwick turns and holds it up, plays it forward to Lofthouse. Can Lofthouse hit the corner flag? Back to Chadwick. Kent Richardson, can he get across into the box? He goes, it's been, those two dummies there. And the Gateshead players just let it run through, but Wern picks it up. He tries to thread it through to Denanga. Way too much on it and straight through to Sykes Kenworthy there. York City fans in fine voice on the far side. Great travelling contingent up from York as York City try to get the ball under control. Free kick given. Louis Story upended. I think it was Will Smith there. An opportunity for York to get the ball in the box. About 30 yards out. Between 25 and 30 yards out. Left-hand side of the box. What can the delivery create? As Woodyard is the man. I think it's Woodyard. I'm trying to see that. No, Burgess. The delivery comes in now. It's a deep one, and it's going to bounce all the way through and out for a goal kick. 15 minutes gone, 0-0. But York starting to get back into the game. Or starting to get into the game, should I say. Story gives it to Richardson, right-hand side. He can bring the ball to the halfway line, stops, plays it back to Story. Francis in the centre, pings the ball through, looking for the run of Stephen Wern, who tried to get past his defender, but Sykes Kenworthy quickly was the edge of his area to get the ball. Rolls it out. Ball up, and Will Davies is wanting a foul, but gets it on the attack now. Ball across to Lofthouse on the far side. The seagulls fly above us here. Gates to try and build down the left-hand side, but it cuts inside to Francis as I say that. Richardson, Whelan, back to Richardson. There's a lot of movement in front of him. He's trying to pick out the right ball, the right run. Tananga, he hasn't stopped battling with the back four of York City at the moment as Booty dispossessed, and Gated managed to get the ball back to Story and in turn back to Whelan, who can try and keep this ball moving forward. Stephen Wern's in acres of space on this left-hand side. Grayson plays it inside to Francis. York very happy to sit very deep here at the moment as Wern. Oh, Regan Booty was expecting Wern to make the run. He tried to come inside. Ball goes out to play for a York City throw. Apologies as well. I said Will Davies was fouled before. It was it was Will Davies that was fouled, not Will Smith. Well, Louis Story managed to get the ball to a teammate. The linesman was going to flag for a foul, but the referee says play on. Lofthouse on the far side can give it back to Richardson. And they're affording Gateshead a lot of space, at least 2/3 of the pitch, to get up the ball unchallenged, really, at the moment, York City. But the ball goes out into the final third to Lofthouse. Back inside now. Kent Richardson looks. Can he put a cross in? He puts it one along the ground. Denanga gets it on control. Gives it to Francis. Francis picks out Wern. Wern quickly marked, but manages to get it back to Grayson. Now Francis. Wern. Was that a foul? Referee says no, but Gator managed to keep the ball in. Grayson gives it to Story in the centre circle. All Gateshead at the moment in possession. Yet to crack the final third to have a cast iron chance. Booty puts a curling cross in, too close to the goalkeeper. Sykes Kenworthy there, just arms aloft above him, gets the ball under control. If you want to do a cross like that, it needs to be a little bit quicker and a little bit nearer towards the strikers and defenders than the goalkeeper there. Crossfield ball going up toward Will Davies. Wins a header but doesn't get it towards a teammate. And Story pings a ball over the top looking for the run of Wern. Wern chases down. Sykes Kenworthy has to put it out. That's a frustrated figure there, Sykes Kenworthy. I think he thought the flight of the ball was going to bounce into the box so he could pick it up. But no nonsense from the York goalkeeper. Oh, poor ball from Booty there, under hit, and York managed to clear the ball. And now they can try and bring it forward through Burgess. Burgess tried to pick out Will Davies, and Story was there to intercept. And Gateshead try and set up again for another crack at breaking down this York defence. Story, Richardson, Whelan. On the right-hand side of the pitch at the moment, inside to Richardson. Story, furthest man back for Gateshead, Mayer. Lofthouse right-hand touchline. Halfway inside the York half. Passes it back to Kent Richardson. At the moment, Gateshead, a lot of possession. Unchallenged, really, for the ball. But York holding a very good shape. Not being able to break it down as of yet. There's a lot of movement, though, between midfield and defence for both teams. Who can find that killer pass to unlock this? The Story plays it out to Richardson. There's a few players there to aim for. Ball down to Lofthouse, right-hand side. Plays it in, wins a corner. Well, when the ball got moving quickly there down towards Lofthouse, you could see the York City defender scrambling to get back. Is that the key to unlocking this York defence? A little bit more speed. But at the moment, standing resolute. And York will be wanting to get the ball higher up the pitch themselves. Short corner to Chadwick. Francis plays it to Booty on the corner of the box. Now Chadwick has the ball. Right-hand side. Tries to get past his man. Still has it. Trying a bit of trickery. And, well, Paddy McLaughlin, he's got a wise head on them shoulders. He's going to do a bit better than that to get past Paddy. As now Grayson sees Denanga drop deep. Denanga trying to turn, runs into two players. And York now can try and get the ball moving as Farrowfield couldn't keep the ball in. Gated throw in front of the York dugout. Quickly taken. Whelan has the ball. Whelan sees Francis in space. Nice ball to pick out Grayson. Can Grayson pick out as forward as Chadwick has it? Gets it back to Grayson. Wern in support. Left-hand side. Ball comes in the middle. Whelan tried to ghost in. And Gateshead still have the ball. Wern keeps it in. And, well, a little bit of trickery. He tried to take it too far, and the ball has went out for a throw to York City on our left-hand side. Into the 22nd minute, it is Gateshead 0, York City 0. From a Gateshead perspective, more of the same, please. But from a York perspective, I would be thinking that they want to see them push out a little bit more and try and get a bit more creative off the pitch. As he steals about 15 yards there, does Will Smith. Gateshead pick up the ball. Denanga, can he chase it through? And hooked clear by Callum Howe. Gateshead have another throw. Left-hand side of the dugout. And he's... well, the referee has spotted now a player trying to steal a few yards. Story plays the ball to Kent Richardson, who can run onto this ball. Lofthouse, far side. What can he conjure up? He tries to drive down. He's got past his man, puts the cross in there towards Chadwick. It's been headed, well, kept from going for a corner there on the far side. It's a throw in. Right-hand side of the box for Gateshead. Whelan gets the ball back to Kent Richardson. Booty nearly got past his man, but still in Gateshead possession. Gateshead calmly. That man, Louis Story, gives it to Richardson, who's got himself back in position. Grayson in the centre circle. Francis. Back to Grayson. Richardson on the halfway line. Story finds himself on the right-hand side here. Gives it to Lofthouse. Lofthouse, a nice little touch there to Booty. Booty can keep it in. Gives it back to Story. Story's touch takes it inside to Lofthouse. Tries a cheeky flick. Cleared by the defender with ease there. And Gateshead managed to pick up the second ball. They have to make this pay if they want to unlock this defence. It's a lot of possession, a lot of passing. But it counts for nothing if you can't get it in the back of the net. Wern sees the run of Francis, asking a little bit too much of him. Cleared by York. And now Kent Richardson can nod it out and stop Will Davies there. Throw in just in front of the Gateshead dugout. Farrowfield, the captain, is going to be the man to take it. The referee wants a word with someone. While players taking this little break. Oh, there was a... Sorry, from our commentary position, we couldn't see that Will Davies was down there. He wants some magic spray from the bench to his thigh. Is he? He's pulled his shorts up there, so we'll see what's happening. The referee wants everyone to get in position to get this game back underway. Both sides taking on water. 25 minutes gone, still 0-0. Boxing Day football here for you on the National League streaming service and the Heed Army podcast. Well, Farfield takes the throw. And York, edge of the area, ball played across now. Can Koya get a shot off? Koya takes it down left-hand side, pulls the ball across and pulls it wide. I think there must have been deflection or a tackle. It's a corner on the far side to York. Well, some interesting scorelines coming around from the National League North. Blythe Spartans 2, South Shields 0 in that game down the Tyne River away from us. The better of two evils. Which one do you want to win? But at the moment, they have a corner on the far side, York City. Bird just places the ball down. We await the delivery. In it comes. Gateshead managed to clear it away. First man out of touch for a throw on the far side. Well, it is absolutely bitter here at Gateshead Stadium. If you wanted a weather update. And it's another throw to York on the far side. Halfway inside the Gateshead half. York played back down the line and Gateshead put the pressure on. Oh, and well, York does very well. Ball through the centre though. They've seen her. Oh, Ollie Dyson was absolutely flying through, but Archie Mayer quickly off his line cleared it. But it's back with York on the left-hand side, just inside the run half. Right inside now. Howe pings the ball out to Farfield, who's got a lot of space here if he can get the ball under control. He can. We know he can put a good delivery in. In it comes. Archie Mayer plucks it out the air and gives a few fans a heart attack as he does a pirouette as he collects the ball. For Lofthouse. Gives it back to Kenton Richardson. Now with Grayson. Grayson's seen the run of Whelan on the far side. Ball was none too shabby, but Whelan just couldn't get on the end of it there. Well, York City fans on the far side, they're all huddled together to keep warm. Must be nice. As it is starting to bite the fingers here, the cold. But Grayson doesn't look cold out there as he brings the ball forward again. Plays it inside to Story. Richardson, right-hand side, gets it to Lofthouse, who's hugging the touchline again. More paint on his boots than what will be on the pitch by the end of this game as Story tries to pick the ball through there, but Howe does well to intercept and clear it, but only as far as Story and gets it now on the attack. Ball through to Wern, left-hand side of the box. Can he pull the trigger? He goes for it, but the ball falls to Booty. Booty plays the ball out and it's been played. Well, the referee has given a goal kick. There was appeals for a corner there, but I think it would have been very harsh if that had been given there. Let's see if I can get some scores from around the league while we are having a little break in play here. We'll wait for this goal kick. I'll give you some as we get some breaks in play. Oldham 2, Hartlepool 1 is one of the score lines at this moment in time. Bromley are winning 1-0 away to Ebbsfleet as well. A lot of 0-0s around. Wealdstone are winning 2-0 at Maidenhead. That's another one. But the ball bounces through. Kent Richardson just gets that ball to Lofthouse. Lofthouse manages to win a throw-in for his troubles on the far side. Well, Story gets the ball to Grayson. Booty Keeps the ball with Gateshead as Wern drops deep to help out as Tenanga tries to steal a run there, but the ball wasn't forthcoming when he done it. Lofthouse, right-hand side. Goes back to Richardson. Story. Once again, every player ball mare inside the York half as Grayson brings the ball forward himself, tries to pick out a player, and it's been stabbed away by York, but only as far as Ed Francis. Grayson to Story again. Story receives the ball back from Kenton Richardson, and Grayson can bring this ball forward a few yards. Moore picks out Booty in the centre there and just tried to beat one too many men. Gateshead win the ball back, though. It's a little bit scrappy in midfield at the moment as Chadwick tries to get the ball over to Lofthouse. He does. He needs support. He tries to get past his man. Drives with the ball. He's still going. And he goes down. It's a free kick. The challenge did come in. And he kept going. The referee gave it the benefit of the doubt. But there's going to be a card here on the far side for Mazako Ya. Well, it wasn't the foul the first time. The second nudge was the key to giving that free kick. But free kick to Gateshead nonetheless on the right-hand side of the box. Just outside the box, that is. Interesting scoreline at Solihull Moors. Solihull Moors 2, Chesterfield 0. 0-0 here, of course. Gateshead with lots of possession, but a chance here from a set piece. Delivery comes in, up in the air, Tenanga! Oh, he puts it wide. It's a lovely cross. Just Tenanga couldn't hang in the air anymore. And the ball goes out, but it's been quickly played now for this goal kick. Down the left-hand side, York trying to get forward to Paddy McLaughlin. Lovely first touch, gets it under control. Gets the ball out on the far side. In comes a delivery. Farrafield's in the acres of space. Can he get a shot off? He can! And he buries it into the bottom right-hand corner. The tightest of angles. Archie Mayer couldn't get down to it. He had plenty of time to run onto it. Managed to adjust his body and finish it into the back of the net. It's Gateshead 0, York 1 against the run of play. Well, I said earlier in the commentary that the possession had to be made to pay, and that's what York can do on the break. As the York fans on the far side erupted when that one went into the back of the net. I think McLaughlin did very well to bring the ball under control on the far side. Turned, cut inside, and seen the run of Farrafield, and then we know what happened next. We forget it to kick us back off here. 33 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, York City 1. Gateshead slot straight back into passing it around the back to build up as Grayson gets it just on the halfway line. Wern gives it to Booty. Booty across the Story inside his own half. Grayson, left-hand side of the centre circle, plays a crossfield ball looking for the run of Lofthouse. He's beaten to it in the air. The ball is kept in by Whelan, though, on the far side. Richardson puts it out to Whelan. The run of Lofthouse. Can he drive with it? He's still got the ball at his feet. Right-hand side of the box. Tries to get it past two men, and Paddy McLaughlin clears it. It's been kept in. Appeals for handball on the far side, but Lofthouse manages to get it to Richardson. And Gateshead passing it around on the far side. Whelan does very well to get it back to Richardson. Chadwick manages to get it through to Gateshead player. Can Booty get there? He can. Can Wern conjure up some of his magic? Picks out Tenanga, who had his back to goal and was asking a lot of him there. The force he put the ball to him, but it went out for a Gateshead throw. Quickly taken as Gateshead straight back into the possession play. but find themselves a goal behind if you're just joining us here at Gateshead Stadium. The captain, Ryan Furfield, with the goal. Gateshead looking to get a delivery into the box from this left-hand side. Chadwick just runs into trouble. And it can be cleared now up the pitch. One is Forrest Story, who can bring it down. Lays it off to Richardson in the centre circle. Now, Richardson plays it forward. Nearly seen the run of Lofthouse, just intercepted there by Koya on the far side. But Gateshead just having a little bit of difficulty unlocking this York defence. And we know they have to stay concentrated because the counter-attack can be deadly from York. Ball to Richardson. Lofthouse. Lofthouse gets the ball to Chadwick. Chadwick, he nearly poked the ball forward to Booty. And at the moment, they're pushing out high now, York. But gets it still in possession. Into the 36th minute as Booty gets it to Chadwick. Chadwick back to Booty. Booty to Whelan. Can he thread a ball through here? Chadwick left-hand side of the box. He needs to get a delivery in. Lays it off to Wern. Wern back to Chadwick. Chadwick just dispossessed. And home fans just getting a little bit disgruntled. They want to see a shot pull the trigger in and around the box. Francis still with Gateshead. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Wern. Wern nods it back across. As Chadwick does get to it, pokes it to Kenton Richardson. Goes out to the right-hand side. Lofthouse. Cuts inside with the ball. Still going, goes for a shot. Rocket of a shot. Oh, put past by Sykes Kenworthy. It was an absolute bullet going for the bottom right-hand corner. Or left-hand corner even. Well, left hand of the goalkeeper that was, but Booty goes for one himself and straight into the hands and chest of Sykes Kenworthy. Gets it starting to ask questions of the York goalkeeper now. Well, Kuyar plays it inside. Played all the way back to York's goalkeeper there, clears it finally. Gateshead win the header though, but there was a push just before, right in front of the referee. And that scoreline along the road at South Shields is South Shields 0, Blythe Spartans 3. Still 2-1 to Oldham at Hartlepool. Still 2-0 to Wealdstone at Maidenhead. Looks like Dagenham Redbridge have just took the lead against Eastleigh. Barnet are winning 1-0 away to Southend. As we await this free kick from York. Up it goes. Wern's got all the time in the world to volley this one clear. The bounce though has been put back in. Oh, McLaughlin edge of the area. He's still going with the ball and gets a shot off, hits into the side net, and the York fans thought they had scored. And this commentator thought that one was going to rifle in the top corner because when Paddy McLaughlin was here, he scored a bit of a goal like Lionel Messi once running from the halfway line. But at the moment, Joe Grayson is down. Now the referee has said he can come on. He was holding his head. Now, it's funny, he stopped it for a head injury, but didn't deem it worthy a head injury enough to get the physios on. Strange one. Just have another little look around the league. 0-0 between Aldershot and Woking. Altrincham 0, Halifax 0, Boreham Wood 0, Kidderminster 0, Dagenham Redbridge 1, Eastleigh 0, Dorking 0, Oxford City 0, Ebbsfleet 0, Bromley 1, Gateshead 0, York 1, of course, here. Hartlepool 1, Oldham 2. It is Maidenhead 0, Wealdstone 2. 0-0 between Rochdale and Fylde. Solihull Moors 2, Chesterfield 0, and Southend 0, Barnet 1. That is how it stands at this moment, with just about 7 minutes remaining of normal time here at Gateshead International Stadium. And as I say that, FC Halifax have taken the lead away to Altrincham. As Joe Grayson still receiving treatment on the far side. Both sets of players taking this opportunity to take on board some water. Just while there is a break in play for the Heed Army podcast, we'd like to say a massive thank you to our sponsors, Northern Print Solutions, who've renewed their sponsorship for the Heed Army podcast. And their sponsorship allows us to bring you these commentaries and our regular Heed Army podcast shows. So we do want to thank them as well. And of course to our partners at Patrick, the shirt manufacturers of Gateshead. And they've decked out the Heed Army podcast as well. We'd like to thank you for that. And also keep an eye out for what is coming soon from Patrick regarding Gateshead merchandise. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You didn't hear it here. Well, 40 minutes gone. We're still having the stoppages here for Joe Grayson. It's taking time to get back up onto his feet here. Don't know if there was a trailing arm from Paddy McLaughlin as he went past him and just caught it in the nose, but doesn't seem to be any blood on the strip, but he's coming off gingerly. And it looks like we are going to see the last of Joe Grayson here this afternoon. And I would hazard a guess that it will be Mamadou Job that comes on as a ready-made replacement. The youngster on loan from Cambridge United will be getting a chance here this afternoon. But at the moment, Joe Grayson is holding his face. I hope it isn't concussion or doesn't look too great. He's holding his head there. We hope Joe Grayson is okay and back fighting fit very, very soon. And not just to be playing football, we want him good in himself. And it looks like he's going to make his way down the tunnel as the manager, Rob Elliott, just gives him a little pat there. Yeah, it looks like he might have had his bell rung, as it were, Joe Grayson. The York manager gives him a little tap on the shoulder and the head, and his eye does look swollen. I think either I've got bad eyesight from my position there, but either way, he's holding his head there. Yeah, looks like he has took a little knock. And safety first, and we hope Joe Grayson, first and foremost, is healthy. Well, we're back underway as Richardson comes across to play on the left-hand side of defence now, with Mamadou Job taking up the right-hand side of the back three. It's his first touch to Story, and Story across now to Kenton Richardson, who can bring the ball forward himself, plays the ball through to Booty. Booty needs to find a teammate, and he does, as Stephen Wern gets the ball back to Richardson. Booty on the ball. Plays it back to Richardson just inside his own half. Job gets his second touch on the far side. Plays it forward and hasn't got his radar switched on just yet. That one didn't get either Whelan or Lofthouse on the far side.
Number 18, Joe Grayson, had to leave the pitch. He's being replaced by number 30, Mamadou Job.
Well, hopefully find out at half time. I would imagine it would have been concussion protocol there. He did look very not with it, so to speak. Not that I'm medically trained, but we'll see what happens. But at the moment, Kent Richardson brings the ball forward. Plays it back to Story in the centre circle, just inside his own half. Job gives it to Whelan. Job across the defence to Richardson. Gateshead just needing to get this ball further forward as Wern gives it to Richardson as Ole is coming from the back of the Tyne and Weir stand at the moment, but will there be cheers as the ball comes forward to Whelan? The centre turns, lays it off to Francis. Francis back to Story on the halfway line. Bagfuls of possession for Gateshead at the moment, but as we mentioned in the earlier stages of the first half, they need to try and make this pay. Kent Richardson driving forward with the ball, still going, puts it off to Stephen Wern. Stephen Wern cuts inside, finds Whelan. Whelan to Richardson. Gateshead camped out on the edge of the area at the moment, but they need to get the ball in there. Richardson drives with it, cut all through his man, and comes a sliding tackle, puts it for a throw. And Will Smith, no nonsense there, puts it out, but the ball back in. Francis gives it to Story. Over to Lofthouse on the far side. Lays it back to Story. Story picks out Whelan. Whelan tries to ping it through, but it comes back to Whelan. Story puts it to Lofthouse, right hand. Oh, it's not Denanga. Denanga finds himself out there at the moment. Denanga lays it off back to Story. There is a goal at Rochdale. It's Rochdale 1, Fylde 0. Gateshead looking to try and break down this resolute York defence at the moment. So the official stands with the ball ready to let us know how much stoppage time we're going to have, as we have 20 seconds left here in normal time. And at the moment, I think Gateshead would like to get into the dressing room and try and regroup and get themselves refocused. Not that they've lost their possession focus, they just need to get in there. There's 5 minutes of added on time here in the first half. Injury time, should I say. Obviously, due to that stoppage, due to Joe Grayson, looked like a potential concussion as the ball headed away as Chadwick. Ball didn't get to it. The ball pinged out on the far side, and Will Davies could not keep that in. Out it goes. Trying to put a leg out behind him, as it were. And now, ball back in play. Archie Mayer to Kent Richardson. Brings the ball forward, gives it to Regan Booty. Richardson. Movement, but not in the centre where he wants it. Well, a movement that he can find, that is. As Kent Richardson does very well, arcs his body in front of the running man and clears the ball back to Archie Mayer, as Ollie Dyson had been bearing down on the ball there. Ball to Story. Story gives it to Booty. Richardson. Richardson gives it to Chadwick. Chadwick sees the run of Wern. Wern just is asking a little bit too much of him there. Ball up the pitch though, and York bring it down. Will Davies does very well, but the ball comes off his shins, and it's a Gateshead throw. Quickly taken. Story out to the far side. Story receives the ball back in the centre. Ball now with Lofthouse. Right hand side, drives with the ball. Still going with the ball. He's inside though. Tries to pick it out to Chadwick, which he does. Now the ball's put out to Whelan, right hand side. Back to Chadwick. Chadwick looks up, gives it back to Mamadou Job. Job puts it to Whelan, right hand side. Inside to Chadwick. Oh, lovely little bit of play from Gateshead as Chadwick tries to bring the ball back across Windsor. Is it a corner? Yes, it is. The linesman give it on the far side. Chadwick was trying to get past his man and get it in there, but I think it might have been Burgess that poked that ball out there. Tell a lie, it was Alex Woodyard. The 20 and 30 from this distance has caught me out a couple of times, but at the moment, Gateshead edge of the box. Trying to be cute with the ball, Gateshead, trying to pass it around, and the ball trickles out on the far side for a goal kick. Well, they've silenced the home crowd of York City as Sykes Kenworthy prepares to take this goal kick. There can only be about 1 or 2 minutes left here of injury time. Let's say that, about a minute and a half as I look at the clock to our right hand side. Ball, powerful kick up there. Sykes Kenworthy, one of the strongest kicks I've seen in the league so far this year from a goalkeeper. Kent Richardson can bring this ball forward unchallenged across the halfway line. Still going. Gets it to Wern. Back to Richardson. Job, right hand side, can carry it forward himself. Disciplined from the York back line here and not getting pulled out of position. Kent Richardson receives the ball back on the edge of the area, tries to thread it through, and there's just too many blue shirts, but it comes back to Gateshead. Far side, Lofthouse. Inside to Francis. He tries to pick a ball through there, and Will Smith is in a foot race now. Sorry, Will Davies is in a foot race with Kent Richardson. Gets the ball, sees the Furrowfields ghosted into space again here on the right-hand side. He's got the overlap if he wants it from Dyson. Dyson now puts the ball across towards the far post, and it's been cleared out. And just like when they scored, Furrowfield just ghosts into that right-hand channel. We've got 15 seconds of normal time, well, injury time remaining here in the first half. Furrowfield, ball aloft, waiting for someone to show for him. Dyson down to the dead ball line, wins a corner. Oh, it hasn't. It's still off the corner flag. It stayed in, and now the balls went out, and Archie Mayer can get the ball moving quickly. Debatable that was a moving ball or not there from Archie Mayer, and he has blue for half time. So it's Gateshead 0, York City 1. There's two different tales here. There's the tale of the scoreline and there's the tale of the possession, and it doesn't match up here at the moment. But the York defence has been resolute, and Gateshead have not been able to break it down, and they got caught on the counter as Ryan Furrowfield, the captain, buried it into the bottom right-hand corner. We are going to play a little interview from the Heed On Me podcast while we warm up here at half-time. We'll be back with the half-time scores in about 10 minutes. Please don't go anywhere, and we will be bringing you the second half very well in about 15 minutes.
To see if you have the winning ticket in the 50-50.
Very big show. And we have another, 1 second, where is it? Oh. We have another Heed On Me podcast polo t-shirt to give away as well. So we'll be doing that on that show. So everyone involved for that. Right, I'd be amiss if I didn't bring our guest in straight away. I haven't seen him since Wembley. Lovely lad, lovely family as well. Hello, Luke. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Costco for Chadwick, anyone?
Yeah.
Well, you can have him, but no, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, lads, I was talking about the podcast yesterday and at the match, and I was talking to a load of Gateshead fans. And Luke, do you realise how many people realise how good you are at the Gateshead? And amongst the Gateshead fans, to give you nothing but compliments yesterday.
Honestly, generally, I'm not even joking. It must be a Gateshead thing because, just your fan base in general. When I went down to Wembley, obviously, I met you, Dave, and I think I met one of the directors there. And
Tony Carter,
it's just up north. It's just northern, isn't it? Just very friendly people, to be honest, especially from your parts. It was really good. But also, I think we bumped into Owen Bailey's parents down there.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Family, and they, were very, very nice people.
Look, you also like us because we're very nice and we never beat you. It's very nice of us. We just turn up and go on. We're not going to beat you. We're not even score goals past you now. So
Yeah. And again, I think it's a better. Maybe you'll disagree, but it's a better point for you on Monday than it is for us.
I don't
know. Us being at home, you probably expect us to win. Oh no, you don't have to do this, do you?
Hang on, Davey, I've got my pillows for the highlights. I'll just
Well, just look. And of course, there's the Shea in all its glory, and obviously, I pressed something.
There it is in all its glory.
That was all the highlights that we had. I didn't download it properly, but
I want to be a serious question. That one that we had at your place in, I think it was early March. Yeah. Or the one on Saturday, which was actually worse.
One in March.
Yeah, probably that one still. But it wasn't a pretty watch on Saturday, was it? It's not Saturday,
yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. As obviously, I was unable to. I had the family. I wasn't able to listen in, so I was following it by Twitter updates. And then at halftime, I thought, well, it's 0-0. Obviously, you just fear you're going to lose to a 1-0 at the Shea, like normal. But it was just the case. And then when the scene went to man down, we have a little group chat on WhatsApp, and I was like, I'm not hopeful here, lads. I said a draw would be a miracle, but with less expletives. But I think for us to get a draw, I think considering going down to 10 men was a good result for us.
Yeah. I think if you went to 11 men, well, I think it could have gone on until about 9 o'clock at night, and none of it would have scored. It was just so. I don't know what it was. It just felt like we were never going to score. We're lacking something going forward. Of course, I think if Desaruwe was playing, we would have gone on to win. And even at half time, I was thinking we'll come out in the second half and we'll probably go and beat you when Gateshead tire, because we know you're usually carrying on from last season better in the first half than the second. But it was just a proper naff game once again. You actually kept the ball very well, but I have to say, going forward, I think we defended well, but Dinanga and Chadwick didn't have a sniff. Don't get me wrong, I'd take them at Halifax any day, but you know what I mean.
I think for us, there was 6 changes as well, because we'll get into it later on when we cover the game on Saturday. The massacre. It wasn't a great game on Saturday, but for us to make that many changes and show a little bit of strength in depth was one of the positives that we can come away with, especially because we've hemorrhaged a few goals this season, even though we've started well. To keep a clean sheet with 10 men, I think was a massive shot in the arm to show that we can keep it tight at the back.
Yeah.
So,
what was your opinion of the referee, Luke?
I'm trying to think now, because I never like to blame the refs, to be honest. I always try to think, well, I think we had a call for a penalty, to be fair, but I know our fans were big. There were a lot of booing coming from our end. I don't know if any of you heard that.
It's one of the questions we've just had there. Luke, what's your thoughts on the boos at full time yesterday?
Pathetic, to be honest. There's something about our fan base is, for us to be supporting Halifax, I think says a lot, which I appreciate to everyone who does support Halifax. Same with you guys with Gates, and I think, anyone could support a Man United or Man City, but there's something just proper toxic about our fan base. We could have been top of the league yesterday, and then we draw 0-0 to you guys, and there'd be boos at full time.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
The margins are so fine because, as you say, just 2 points you could have been top of the league, and it's nothing really to boo about, really, is it? Like,
no, it's not. It wasn't the fact that the players weren't trying. Yes, you might say we probably could have been a bit more positive going forward and been a bit more direct, but you were just very well organised. I think we have to give you credit. We're just lacking quality, and you can't boo players for lacking quality. It's not their fault to a certain extent, is it? And it's frustrating, but
have you been scoring many goals?
Yeah,
I think the sending off changed the game, because you weren't getting a kick until we had a man sent off.
Yeah. We weren't touching the ball, to be fair. It were a tough watch.
I don't think
I asked the linesman to throw another ball on for you so you could have a kick.
Yeah.
And we had the poll scores looking like as a linesman on our side where we were.
Mm-hmm.
And what a load of crap that bloke was. Jesus.
Yeah.
And the referee gives some very curious decisions both ways, I thought.
But hey, we had no arguments about the sending off. I mean, he could have actually went off in the first half incident. Never mind the second half. So
yeah,
we thought it was just a booking. It was a book. It was a second booking. I will admit that. Mm-hmm. But
well, the first booking could have been a sending off, Luke. The one in the first half.
Yeah, I think honestly, though, I wouldn't say we were the better team. Even when we went down to 10 men. I don't think either of us looked like we're going to score. But I thought if it was a team that I'd say they would probably edged it for you guys, which is quite surprising because we're usually very good on home turf.
Yeah.
Just
a little sorry, Mickey. Mickey, I saw your face in the back of Freddie Armstrong's YouTube video. You looked a bit unhappy. I'm going to have to have a look for that.
It's probably best. It's probably best I don't say because Poppy and Tabitha will be listening, but I'll not say what I said, but it was along the lines of you, silly boy.
Yeah.
Were you a bit upset, Mickey?
Well, I'd seen the first incident and I thought he was lucky not to get sent off there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I thought to myself, if the referees went and if the linesman or someone's gone in and say, I think he might have got that wrong. As soon as Hannon made the next mistake, he was always going to send them off.
Mm.
I mean, the thing is now it gives the likes of Tom Allen a chance to start. So it shows the strength and depth that we've got this season, a bit better than, obviously, a lot better than last season. Got another one here. Obviously, there was a debut on Saturday. Joe Grayson had a fantastic game at the back. Looking forward to seeing more of him. Mickey, of course, you were there. How did the settle in at the back?
He done really well. I thought he done excellent. Like I say, for the first half, I think there was 3 shots in the whole game. Was it, Luke?
It was
3 or 4 shots.
I looked at Y Scout yet.
And we must have had about 85% possession in that first half.
Yeah, you were the. I'm going to admit you were the better team, and I think you were better Gateshead side than the side we saw last season. I personally think, and like you mentioned, you had players out injured. I know, is it Whelan? Now he's out.
Yeah, Whelan's out for about 10 weeks. We're going to come into that later on, but of course, if you haven't seen on social media, he's got a stage 3 or a cat.
Well, you join us here. We're just at half-time waiting for the teams to come back out here at Gateshead International Stadium. The scoreline is Gateshead 0, York City 1. Gateshead dominant in possession in the first half, but couldn't make it pay. And Ryan Furfield, the captain, ghosted down that right-hand side, got the shot, the ball across to him, and he adjusted his body and buried it past Archie Mayer. But the scorelines around the grounds in the National League is as this. It is Aldershot 0, Woking 0, Altrincham 0, FC Halifax 1, Bournemouth 0, Kidderminster 0, Dagenham Redbridge 1, Eastleigh 0, Dorking 0, Oxford City 0, Ebbsfleet 0, Bromley 1, Gateshead 0, York 1, of course, here. It is Hartlepool 1, Oldham Athletic 2, Maidenhead 0, Wheelstone 2, Rochdale 1, AFC Fylde 0. Solihull Moors are showing the leaders how it's done at the moment. They're 2-0 to the good against Chesterfield, and Southend are losing 1-0 at half-time at home to Barnet. And in the local derby game around that's along the Tyne River from us here down at South Shields, it's Blythe Spartans 3, South Shields 0 at South Shields. What's going on down there? We'll have to watch out for that bouncing wheel as we depart the ground, because it looks like the wheels are coming off down at South Shields. Well, thank you for joining us here this afternoon. So once again, I hope you had a lovely Christmas, and looking forward to your new year as well. And of course, there is a New Year's fixture as well, which will be on National League TV. York versus Gateshead down at the LNER Community Stadium. So if you can't make it down on that one, you can watch it here with us on the National League TV streaming service. And please do join us. You might be on holiday, you might be at a family function, but you can always get it on your phone and sneak in a cheeky earphone, and you will be able to be well part of it. So there we go. We are waiting for the teams to come back out here for the second half. And as we're getting a photo taken by the marvellous Charles Wolf. And there we go. As my pals from the Heat Army podcast snuck into the commentary desk for a lovely little photo there. Well, we are still waiting for the teams to come out. There's only 2 Gateshead substitutes going through a warm-up. Is that a clue to what might happen just after half-time? Is Luke Hammond and Jordan Hunter are the players that are going through a little warm-up, just passing the ball between themselves. Nothing too vigorous, but they're the only 2 out there at the moment. And we'll see if there is going to be another change. But a few more of the substitutes are coming out. We're just waiting for the teams to join us. And, well, are we in for a Christmas cracker in the second half? But at the moment, if you're a York fan, you'll not be too unhappy at this moment in time. You can message us as well. Cow Daly has put there, that will wake us up. And that was sent obviously just after the goal. Well, they've been awake. They just haven't been able to construct a way through the York back line. Well, I can't guarantee you what the scoreline will be on 90 minutes, but I can guarantee you I am going to have a chest warmer when I get home. It isn't just normal whiskey, it's Marks and Spencer's whiskey. Other drinks available, of course. Well, subdued atmosphere at half-time at the moment. York fans all huddled together like herds of sheep on the far side, trying to keep warm. It's not the warmest of places, Gateshead Stadium. Even in the summer, you get the wind off the River Tyne. And of course, with being an athletic stadium, the wind does howl through somewhat with ease. And once again, if there is any York fans listening, you know anyone there, we're saying a big well done to every one of those York City fans for making the trip up here on the festive fixture. At the moment, they're the happier of the two sets. But will it be that way on 90 minutes? Well, Gator coach Carl Magnay, recently retired, of course, makes his way back to the dugout. I'll let you know a little secret. Normally, this commentator brings a little electric heater that can sit underneath the desk here at Gateshead Stadium. But in recent weeks, there's always been another commentary team here, and there isn't at this moment in time. And I could have had the extra plug. I could have been moderately warm here below the desk, that is. The only trouble is that when it is a little bit windy, the heat gets blown out and you have to wait for it to all build back up again like a hot air balloon. But talking of hot air, you don't have to listen to mine anymore about gibberish, as York City find themselves back out onto the pitch and they go through a little warm-up just in front of us on the halfway line, and we await Gateshead to come out for the second half. Well, Gateshead are back out onto the pitch, but former teammates to Linnell John Lewis and Carl Magnay, former teammates at Grimsby there, share a nice embrace just as the teams come back out, or as Gateshead comes back out, followed by the officials. And we are moments away from the second half here at Gateshead International Stadium, where the scoreline is Gateshead 0, York City 1. Ryan Furfield, the captain, with the goal. No changes for either side as of yet. Gateshead will be shooting towards the Felon end, and York City will be shooting towards the River Tyne. It's going to be Gateshead that get us underway here in the second half. Billy Chadwick stands over the ball. We just wait for the referee to get us underway. Checks with his officials. He's talking to a York City player, actually. There we go. Well, the whistle was forthcoming. It came there and to get us underway as Story gets the ball, brings it forward, plays it back across the defence to Richardson. Francis. Back to Richardson. Mamadou Job gets the ball out to Lofthouse here, who beats his man, leaves him dead, drives forward. Can he beat this second man? Gets the ball down to dead ball and pulls it back across. Oh, it's into the side net and goal kick. Well, Gateshead have come out the traps with a little bit of fire in their belly in the second half. Less than a minute to get the first chance. A lovely bit of solo effort from Lofthouse to leave his man behind there. Sykes Kenworthy. Another powerful kick. Ball comes off Story and headed it out to throw in just on the halfway line. There's Crooks. A bandage on one hand. Pings the ball forward. Gateshead need to win the aerial challenge here. They just managed to get it under control and back to Archie Mayer. Archie Mayer brings the ball forward. Out his box. Sweeper keeper goes for a long punt up pitch there, looking for the run of Lofthouse. The ball headed clear. Can get to pick up the second ball. It comes off Francis. Drops. York can poke it clear. And now Kent Richardson can get back to mop up. Oh, lovely little flick from Story. Couldn't guide it towards a Gateshead player as Mamadou Job wins the header. Francis brings it down though. Stephen Warren. Deeper on the left-hand side at the moment. Job. Richardson. Picks out Story here. Whelan with the underlap. Out to Lofthouse. Back inside to Story. Story looks to try and pick someone out on the edge of the box and, well, it's been cleared out of way. Story's the man to put it back to Lofthouse, and Lofthouse just dispossessed there. The ball didn't sit up for him, but it was well read by Couillere. York City fans, we can hear them at the moment on the far side. Mentioned a few times, fantastic following this afternoon here at Tyneside. The Minster men travelling in their numbers. Story goes for a long probing ball towards Billy Chadwick, and Sykes Kenworthy, good communication between defender and goalkeeper, calls for the ball to be left alone. Long kick from the edge of the box, and it is a long kick. It's going to go all the way through to Archie Mayer with the help of a header from Louis Story. Rolls it out. Gateshead through Richardson to Job. Job inside to Richardson, who drives forward with it himself, pings it out to Francis. Chadwick drops deep to try and get involved. Can Swern keep it in? He can. Gets it to Richardson. Sitting very deep. There's only one man forward, and that's Davies for York. As I say that, McLaughlin comes out to close down, but they are sitting very deep. They're very confident at the moment, York, of holding that line. But can Gateshead break it down? We know they're going to have possession. Lofthouse, right-hand side. Still on the ball, Lofthouse. He's cut in to Nanga. Gets it to Booty. Booty to Francis. Story's the man on the right-hand side. And a good interception. It had to be made. And now Couillere can clear the ball down the line. Mamadou Job plays it inside. Can Kent Richardson get there? He can. And the referee said there wasn't a foul there. And the ball was a poor one to Wern. And now York on attack. Furrowfield through. The shot, he was offside. And the flag goes up. He buries it into the back of the net. But the linesman took an absolute age there. Gateshead definitely trying to probe more in this second half, but it leaves them open a little bit as well as Lofthouse gets past his man. Can he keep it in? He has. Oh no, he didn't. It's a very tight call from here. Yeah. The tempo has rised from both sides here in the second half, but it's still Gateshead 0, York City 1, 51 minutes gone. Dare I tempt fate, but I think we might see goals in the second half here. Long clearance from Sykes Kenworthy, nodded on, but Kent Richardson can guide that back to Archie Mayer. Archie Mayer has time and space to carry that out and give it to Kenton Richardson. Job. Lofthouse gets it back to Job. Francis back to Richardson. Back to Richardson, the centre circle. Wern plays it inside to Story, who seems to be playing a little bit higher at the moment. Just in that half-back position. Left-hand side. Kenton Richardson gives it to Job. Everyone inside the York half again, except for Archie Mayer. Whelan gives it to Lofthouse. Back to Whelan. Lovely little ball over the top. Can Lofthouse get there? Couillard does very well. Couillard. But he runs into Whelan. Now is a pull and it's a free kick to Gateshead. Frustrations a little bit there. They're not seeing much of the ball, York. But the scoreline is different. There has a yellow card there for Couillard. Oh, I thought got booked in the first half. I might be wrong. But Regan Booty is going to be the man to put the delivery into the box. Chadwick making moves and runs before the ball is played. In it comes. It's not a great one, but falls to Kenton Richardson. The header clear. Booty. Now he has a chance to put a cross in there. Oh, nodded down, but couldn't guide it anywhere. And Gateshead judged to have fouled Paddy McLaughlin there. Free kick to York. Well, Sykes Kenworthy not in any rush to take this one. Placing the ball down, Sykes Kenworthy. Carl Magny and Rob Elliott deep in conversation in the dugout as the ball comes across. Been kept in by Will Davies there. Ball ushered back to Archie Mayer, but the ball was judged to have went out for a throw. It's a tight one. Archie Mayer afforded the time and space to carry the ball forward. Wern, left-hand side. Can he drive and penetrate with the ball? Still going, places into the centre. Story puts it back out to Lofthouse. Lofthouse, can he put it back across? Gets it in droves and it's come back off Lofthouse for a goal kick. Well, I think everyone expected the delivery a little bit sooner there from Lofthouse. But Gateshead asking more questions than they did in the first half. Does seem to have been a slight formation tweak here. Job seems to be in the centre of the back three and Story has been afforded a little bit more space to get forward. There's a kick from Sykes Kenworthy. Francis wins the header. Headed clear, picked up Francis, puts it over the top. Dinanga chasing down. Sykes Kenworthy in the edge of his box. There's all the time in the world to see it back. Picks it up just on the dead ball line. Urging his team to get higher forward. We know he's got a really long, powerful kick on him. And yet again, only picks out Gateshead player as Whelan keeps it in, plays it forward, looking for the run of Dinanga. Cleared, and it's going to go out for a Gateshead throw. Anywhere will do there for the York defender. Story gives it to Lofthouse. Story plays it now to Richardson. Wern on the far side. Chadwick runs into a man dispossessed. Does he win the ball back? He doesn't. The ball over the top. This is trying to get York on the attack, but the ball forward bounces out of play on the far side. Well, Gateshead bring the ball forward yet again. 57 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, York City 1. Nice ball forward for Lofthouse, but the ball was read as well by Kuya. Ball nodded down. Gateshead can keep this ball moving. That's better from Gateshead. Tananga wants it in the centre. Lovely little flick. Lays it back to Booty. Booty. Oh, Chadwick runs the wrong side. And Gateshead have to capitalise on those ones when they get space in and around the box. Story lets that one go through to Archie Mayer. Richardson looks like there is going to be a substitution from Gateshead very soon. I think we might see Chadwick depart and Wern go in the centre and Luke Hannant on the far side, but we'll see. As Gateshead now, it looks like Louis Story is going to be the man to make way, so it is going to be a tactical change. Francis gets it to Booty. Booty tries to thread it through. Oh, it nearly trickles through to Wern, but cleared. And now Kent Richardson can see this back to Archie Mayer. Good 32 minutes remain here in the first half. Ball asking a lot of Lofthouse if he went to challenge for that. Out it goes for a throw to our right-hand side. And Luke Hannant is going to be coming on, and he will be replacing Louis Story, player assistant. And it does look like Hannant goes out to the far side and Stephen Wern comes more central here.
Substitution for Gateshead. Leaving the pitch, number 6, Louis Story. Be replaced by number 19, Luke Hannant.
Well, the throw is taken on the far side. Lofthouse heads the ball forward. Out it went for a throw. Another throw here for Crooks to take. Launches the ball up. Lofthouse wins the header again, and out it goes. So a little bit of repetitive action here. Is another throw from Crooks. Will Lofthouse head this one out again? Goes past Lofthouse. Job nods it down, falls to McLaughlin. Lofthouse gets the ball back. Now gets on the attack. Wern in the centre. He's got Chadwick. Chadwick, if he holds it up, can he thread it through? He sees the run of Hannant on the far side. Hannant holds it up the edge of the box, gives it to Chadwick, edge of the area, dances past one man, goes down, appeals for a penalty, and not given, but the referee said play on, and Gateshead still have the ball. Wern on the edge of the area. Tackle from behind, surely. Well, he managed to get the ball over, and Hannant wins in nothing. It's going to be in the arms of Sykes Kenworthy. Thought this was going to go behind there off a player, but it didn't. But the game is really livening up. Chances are plenty. A goal in the National League to update you. It's Hartlepool 1, Oldham 3 at the moment down at the Victoria Ground. Victoria Park. Ball bounces through. Or is it the Suits Direct Arena it is at the minute, I think. But Gateshead can pick this ball up on the far side. If no, Hannant was beaten to it by Fallowfield. Fallowfield plays it first time, comes off Paddy McLaughlin for a throw on the far side. Gateshead look to build again. 30 minutes of normal time remain. And like the first half, it's been a lot of Gateshead. But can they get this one there? Oh, lovely touch from Lofthouse. Plays it inside. Whelan. Turns, holds it up, puts it back to Lofthouse. Can he put it back across? He can. There's nobody there. Whelan, edge of the area, gets it to Booty. Now Whelan. It's just constant pressure from Gateshead at the moment. And Booty now can give it to Kenton Richardson. It's going to find its way out to the left-hand side. Hannant. Wern. Under pressure. Gets the ball out there now. Can Gateshead conjure up something? Put it into the middle and the ball goes straight through. Chadwick trying to pick out Denanga. And at the moment, that final touch is just evading Gateshead at the moment. It does look like we are going to see Linnell John Lewis come into the action here, I think. He's walking towards the bench. The fourth official has been given a piece of paper. He's getting the board ready. Sykes Kenworthy really taking his time here. Long, powerful kick, and the ball goes straight out of play for a Gateshead throw. And we're going to see this substitution happen very shortly. It does look as if Meza Kua is going to be coming off, but the board's been put down. They're just waiting at the moment. Ball still in play. Booty. Hannant gets the ball. Far side. There's a forward to Wern. Wern takes a touch, lays it off, but the Gateshead dispossessed. And Job wins the ball. Judged to have fouled the man. And well, Job won the ball, but left Will Davies down in a heap. Well, Davies down, clutching his ankle at the moment. Another goal in the National League. Dagenham Redbridge have retook the lead at home to Eastleigh. It's Dagenham 2, Eastleigh 1. And Will Davies has made a magic recovery here. He's up and walking. Bromley 2, Ebbsfleet 1 as well. There's another score in the National League. And, well, he's just gave a card to Mamadou Job there. Now, surely if that was a card-worthy tackle, or foul, should I say, then you think he'd give it instantly, rather than listen to the protests first. Well, Sykes Kenworthy is in the centre circle here, more or less, to take this free kick. It's the highest York have been in this second half. As Will Davies loses out in the battle to Lofthouse, but McLaughlin holds the ball up. Far side's at the corner flag. Great footwork from the little midfielder, but Lofthouse out-muscled Davies again there, and now Gateshead can try and bring the ball forward. As the ball out to Chadwick was not the greatest, but Booty will get there and get it out to Hannant, who has to keep it in, and he does, but asking way too much of his teammates to get forward for that one. Well, it's definitely been played at a faster pace here in the second half, and it does look like it's Michael Duckworth that is actually going to come on here. And he's going to replace Mazur Koya. Oh, that's how I'm pronouncing it. As Davies didn't win the battle there, but it falls to Paddy McLaughlin. He kept it in, but he didn't. Julius won that. Certainly think he kept it in. .66 minutes gone. Still Gateshead 0, York City 1. Now it looks to have been a little bit of a rejig here as Duckworth goes over to the right back position and Fallowfield comes to the left back side here. So they have changed things about here. The York City manager wanting to make a tweak here. Hannant gives the ball to Booty. Booty to Richardson. Well, a very one-sided affair here at the moment, but the scoreline does not reflect that. 24 minutes remain. As Will Davies stays on his feet, and the ball goes out for a York City throw. Ball launched up the left-hand side. Booty brings it down. Hannant can run onto the ball and drive forward with the ball. He's got Chadwick to his left, but he finds Denanga in the middle. Denanga dispossessed, and now they can bring the ball forward. But Woodyard, does he upend? No, as Gateshead player goes down, and it's a throw to York on the far side. Wow. "23 minutes remain. And if the rest of the game is like this, it's going to be action-packed. Well, the ball falls to Gateshead. Lofthouse. Mamadou Job in the centre. Whelan. Now with Booty, looking to get the ball up to Wern as he does. Hannant back to Wern. Oh, the ball intercepted on the far side by Duckworth, and he clears the ball in turn. Gateshead play the ball back to Archie Mayer. Job can bring the ball forward now. Well, Gateshead through Booty, get the ball to Whelan, out to Hannant. Hannant plays the ball forward for Chadwick, down towards the dead ball line. Can he keep it in? No. The ball goes, well, it was kept in. Strange. You can never tell, can you? Gateshead still in position though. Francis on the halfway line. York sitting very deep, very comfortable as well to sit deep. That's what they want to do. As Gateshead win a free kick halfway inside the York half. Hannant, left-hand side, puts a cross in. Oh, Lofthouse. Oh, he's touched, let him down, but it's still got the ball. Can he pick out a team hit? Francis goes for the shot. Straight into the arms of Syke Kenworthy. And Gateshead knocking on the door. Does look like we're going to see another substitution here for the Tynesiders. Hazard, I guess Jordan Hunter is going to come on. We'll confirm when we see the board. Does look like Jordan Hunter. Davies trying to battle to get the ball, but Gateshead pass it around the back and build out. Another goal for Dagenham and Redbridge. They're winning 3-1 at home to Eastleigh. Hannant can bring the ball forward, lays it back to Booty. Crossfield ball to Lofthouse. Brings it down nicely. Whelan. Well, ball out now. Oh, there's a bobble there to Hannant. Ball really bounced up. Job. It's just trying to find a way through as Wern. Oh, and he was upended there. Free kick to Gateshead right on the edge of the box. There was a trailing leg out from Ollie Dyson. And Stephen Wern wins a free kick here in a dangerous position. Looks like Callum Whelan is going to be making way for Jordan Hunter here. I think it's going to happen before the free kick. Yeah, Jordan Hunter is going to come on. Callum Whelan with his locks flowing in the air behind him is off now. Jordan Hunter. He hasn't been goal shy since arriving here at Gateshead from South Shields. The flying right back. But he can play midfield as well.
Substitution for Gateshead. In the pitch, number 4, Callum Whelan. Be replaced by number 15, Jordan Hunter.
Well, 3 players stand over the ball. Booty, Wern and Francis. Francis takes the steps back, as does Wern. Which one's going to take it? Can they make it count? The wall stands firm inside the area for York. Stephen Wern pops up, takes it through, and it's deflected into the wall and cleared. Gateshead can try and build again. The ball to Hannant was like a rocket, and he couldn't keep it in, and it's a throw on the far side. Bromley have extended their lead away to Ebbsfleet. They are winning 3-1 now. York fans in fine voice on the far side. There's Kent Richardson in a battle there. Good pressure from Will Davies there, but Kent Richardson gets it back to Archie Mayer. Archie Mayer wants movement. Job plays it to Francis. Ball out, a far side to Hannant. Gateshead trying to probe with this one. Can he keep the ball in? He does, but there's nobody there to get it. Oh, Hannant, it does come in. It comes off Hannant for a goal kick on the far side. And we are going to see Deepo Akanyemye going to come on, number 9. York's second substitution. Gates, of course, made all 3 of theirs. And we're in no hurry here for the player to come off the pitch. Now, Tom Davies is the man making way. Isn't Tom Davies, sorry, it's Will Davies.
Substitution for York City. Leaving the pitch, number 7, Will Davies. Be replaced by number 9, Deepo Akanyemye.
Well, Akanyemye is a goal threat all on his own. Halifax have doubled their lead 2-0 away to Altrincham. And Akanyemye is involved straight away, brings the ball down, and he's still got the ball, goes for a shot. Ricocheted out towards Booty, and now Gateshead, can they get on the attack as Duckworth intercepts the ball up towards Chadwick, and now we're just seeing the game open up somewhat. As York try and build down the right-hand side, does the ball stay in? It does. Ball comes off a Gateshead player and out for a throw on the far side. Well, about 16 minutes remain of normal time here. Time is ticking down. Gateshead have had better chances in the second half. Nothing too cast iron, but enough to make the Tyne-and-Wear stand get excited somewhat. But at the moment, it's York City fans in the far east stand that are in full voice on the far side. Barnet have doubled their lead away to Southend. Oh, lovely ball from York to try and cut up Gateshead. Oh, and the ball comes through. There was nobody there challenging, and Mamadou Job gets back to give it to Jordan Hunter. Wern, he looks to play the ball up to Denanga. Denanga's touch. Well, Denanga goes down after the challenge from Woodyard, and York still in possession. Woodyard on the far side. Ball to Akanyemye. Akanyemye holds it up. Bit of footwork from big number 9. Now Gateshead intercept. Can they get the ball moving forward though? Job. Hunter pulls out to this right-hand side, but Job carries on his run with the ball. Lofthouse and Chadwick. Well, Lofthouse left it for Chadwick, and Chadwick just couldn't get the ball under control. There's a goal at Dorking, and it's Oxford City that have took the lead there. They're winning 1-0 at Dorking Wanderers. Just under 15 minutes remain here. Gateshead 0, York City 1. Sykes Kenworthy with yet another long, powerful kick. Booty won the header, went all the way back to Archie Mayer, who throws it out. Finds Hannant. Hannant can bring the ball forward now. Francis back to Hannant. Chadwick. Gateshead with the ball with Richardson, who drives with it at the moment. Goes for a long probing shot and past the post. Keeper gets a hand to it. Well, the centre-back fancied a crack himself and he wasn't too far away. Corner to Gateshead. We wait the delivery on the far side. In it comes towards the back post and it's went right through and out for a goal kick. Well, George Sykes Kenworthy, he's on a go slow at the moment. He's in no rush. And why should he be? Now the kick comes. Paddy McLaughlin wins the header. The ball comes through to Akinyemi. Follow field, and Paddy McLaughlin's continued his run. And, well, good defensive play by Mamadou Job there. Sees the ball out. Kenton Richardson receives the ball and he can bring it forward. Gives it to Ed Francis. Hannant. Back to Richardson just inside his own half. Booty. Lofthouse tries to get the ball to Hunter and it just bobbles away and out of play. And is that going to be the way the game is surmised for Gateshead? It just got away from them. But the other headline will be York with a resolute performance. Ball pinged forward now. Akinyemi trying to get past a couple of Gateshead players. But Kent Richardson's there to nod it back to Archie Mayer, who quickly rolls it out. Booty can bring the ball forward. Hannant on the far side in space. I think that's where the ball's going to go. Well, comes back to Ed Francis. Tenaway stand grows impatient as Hannant now tries to open up against Duckworth. Still taking it. Does he win a corner? He does. We're into the 80th minute. Lots of movement in the box. Chadwick comes across to as if it's going to be a short one, but it isn't. Hasn't been took yet. Hit the first man, the corner did there, and Gateshead with every man bar Archie Mayer inside that York half as it's been for much of this game. Ball across towards Job. Job nods the header back across, and it's going to be cleared by York City, and it's going to bounce out for a Gateshead throw just in front of the Gateshead dugout. Regan Booty puts it across to Hannant. Hannant's got time and space. What can he do here? Cuts inside of it. It's a deflected, looping ball up in the air, and Sykes Kenworthy manages to get above the defence and attack alike. He brought that ball down with ease. Still waiting for Sykes Kenworthy. Now he kicks the ball. Kent Richardson was out of push in the back. Referee says no. As the ball has been kept in. Archie Mayer has it. Gives it to Job. Job can play it across to Kent Richardson. I'm sorry, it's Booty. Now on the far side. Hannant, can he open up? He's done it a few times. Cuts inside with the ball. Booty gets it to Chadwick. Chadwick to Wern. Wern still going, lays it off to Francis. Francis gets it through to Lofthouse. Lofthouse has the ball. Can he get it out now? Hunter puts it across. Oh, You know, it's another corner, and Gateshead just need to get it in the mixer. But York, quick to try and stop the short corner there. But it has been taken short. Booty, people appeal in front to shoot, lays it in now. Lofthouse, can he pull the trigger? Yes, he can! Curls it into the net! The pressure has spoke York's defence! And that is what Gateshead deserve. Copious amounts of pressure. York have been strong, they've been resolute, but they couldn't stop the crashing waves coming in on their shore. And Lofthouse brings Gateshead level. Wow, the dynamic of the game changes again. York were sitting with a 1-goal lead. Now they have to come forward, as they do through Ollie Dyson, who goes for his shot. Poor one to Archie Mayer. And now Gateshead can try and build again. Francis to the goal scorer Lofthouse. Hunter. Richardson puts it out to Hannon, who is getting a lot of space when he receives the ball. Inside to Booty. Job. Denanga lays it off to Francis. Gateshead keeping this ball moving. York having to watch the ball move as they've done a lot of the game, but they're still standing resolute, keeping their shape. But Gateshead moving it well. Booty to Hannon on the left-hand side, and Hannon just catches his feet as he runs towards it. Rob Elliott gives applause for the intentions. 7 minutes remain. Gateshead 1, York City 1.
During this slight lull in play, I'll give you the attendance. 1,653, including 542 away supporters.
Well, over 1,600 here. Over 500 York fans have made the trip up so far. And Sykes Kenworthy is taking his time again. The fourth official is listening to the words of Rob Elliott, and he's telling them that the referee will be adding it on at the end as the ball bounces through. Hunter plays it back to Archie May. Hannon yet again in acres of space can carry the ball forward. Duckworth goes to close him down, but he plays it inside to Francis. Booty's waiting in the middle, but the ball comes across to Job. Denanga drops deep just to hold it up. Still going. Gets it to Lofthouse. Lofthouse, who looks at the far side. Francis now to Hannon. Can Hannon try and cut in? He does, puts a decent cross in there. There's nobody there and bounces out for a goal kick. Well, fantastic attendance here today, and well done to every one of those York City fans. As well, he's going to get a word now, is Sykes Kenworthy. And it took a long time for the referee to get involved in the time wasting of George Sykes Kenworthy. Well, the fourth official, listening to the words of Rob Elliott and Carl Magny alike, as Mamadou Job had a little slip there, and Akin Niemi has the ball, gets past his man, but there was the covering run of Regan Booty, and Gateshead can try and get this ball moving forward through Hannant. Drives forward, crosses the halfway line. He looks up, he's got Francis. Booty now in the centre circle. Looks to get this ball moving forward, tries to pick out the run of Hannant. Hannant brings it down beautifully. He's cut inside of it himself. Lays it off to Booty. Booty, Francis. Hannant on the far side. Hannant now. Left-hand side of the box. Cuts in, but goes for a shot himself. And, didn't get at the connection he would have wanted. But Gateshead still on the attack in this game. Just keeps getting at a faster pace. We're in the 86th minute, about to go into the 87th. And how long will the fourth official add on here at the end of the game? That is the question. It was nearly going to be one of those score lines where you see on FIFA with someone with 70% possession and lose 1-0. Gateshead. There's a free kick given there. Quickly taken. Mamadou Job. He's getting up onto his feet. Gingerly. But he's moving. Gateshead in possession with the ball though. Chadwick. Hannant. Francis. Some tired legs out there for York. They've chased a lot of the ball tonight. Or this evening, should I say. As Denanga holds it up. Gives it back to Booty. Booty puts it out to Hannant. He needs to get a good delivery into the box. Lays it back to Booty. Gets it. Oh, nearly gets it back. Oh, and he falls on the edge of the area. And Lofthouse goes down. Gateshead still have the ball on the edge of the area. Chadwick finds Hunter. Hunter has blue shirt in front of him, but picks out Francis. And Gateshead, as ever in this game, have the ball. Denanga, left-hand side of the box, right-hand side of the box, puts it into Francis. Hunter. Oh, he goes for a shot himself and just drags it wide and nearly hits the corner flag with that one.
Take this chance to thank our ball retrievers again today. Well done for volunteering.
Well, and ball boys and boy girls getting a nice round of applause. It's absolutely bitter out there. They've done a fantastic job. And Gateshead, have they got another attack in them? They have, as Hannon brings the ball down the left-hand side. Gateshead drive forward in numbers, but they need a delivery into the box. Hannon. Booty. Kent Richardson. Gateshead probing at the moment. Hand on the left-hand side, plays inside to Chadwick. Chadwick gets it to Francis, albeit not the greatest of passes, but Gateshead still in possession. A minute and a half of normal time remaining here. Looks like York are very happy to settle for a point here. They're not pushing to get the ball back at all. Booty gives it to Francis. A lot of possession, but the ball isn't going forward. It is at the moment, though, as Chadwick looks up, plays it inside to Denanga. Denanga tries to give it back to Chadwick, but the run wasn't the greatest. And now York can venture forward with the ball on the far side. And Kempton Richardson arcs his body. Sorry, it's Regan Booty arcs his body, gets in front. Masterclass in defending from the midfielder there. And Gateshead can try and build yet again. Kent Richardson drives with the ball. Comes out to Hunter. Fourth official has the board in his hands. We're trying to see how long it's going to be. No official sign yet, but we're into the last 30 seconds of normal time at Gateshead Stadium. Gateshead 1, York City 1. Hunter gets it to Chadwick. Francis has to play it all the way back to Archie Mayer though, but Gateshead still in possession. York not even chasing the ball.
Your Dawson and Sanderson man of the match, Gateshead afternoon, number 28, Kyron Lofthouse.
Well, we are going to see a minimum of 4 minutes added on here at Gateshead Stadium. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Denanga. He holds it up in the box. He has Howe up against him, but managed to pick out a teammate and twisting and turning. Chadwick, can we get the shot from Lofthouse? He turns. Another one, can he finish it? Oh, great footwork, but it falls back to Hannant on the edge of the area. Gateshead have York pinned back. Hannant, left-hand side of the box. It's a poor ball, and York are able to come away with it now. Paddy McLaughlin's the man that's ventured forward. Fallowfield on this left-hand side is ploughing forward, but Akinyemi dispossessed, and Gateshead can now have another bite of the apple. We've got 3 minutes remaining of the time added on. Well, now Hannant Driving forward left-hand side, cuts inside with it. Oh, and was Denanga fouled there? Referee says, yes, it was. It's a free kick on the edge of the box in the centre of the D. And Gateshead have an opportunity here. Yet again, the referee has been taking his time with the decisions.
We are playing a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. 1.5 minutes gone already.
Well, we have about 2.5 minutes remain here. It's very central for a trying to get it curling shot here. Denanga has set the ball down here. Well, I don't think we've seen Denanga take a free kick, but he fancies his chances here. Can the Bear roll? We know the Bear's hungry. Is it time to feed? The referee blows his whistle, and Denanga can now take his set piece, takes a shot, and it's deflected out now. Booty goes for one, it's cleared, and York, they stand resolute once again, but Archie Mayer nods the ball forward to Kenton Richardson. Francis. Such a one-sided affair here, but the scoreline is 1-1. Chadwick goes to pull the trigger, and, well, he does on the second time and didn't get the connection he wanted. And George Sykes Kenworthy presses the slow motion button and takes his time. 1 minute remaining of added on time here at the end of this encounter between Gateshead and York City, and that's come off a York City player. We need to get the ball up the pitch. There isn't much time remaining here. 40 seconds remain. Gateshead ping the ball up to Hannant, chests it down, drives with the ball down the left. He's still going, lays it off to Wern. Gateshead needs to keep this ball moving forward. Back to Wern. Wern gives it to Booty. Out to Hannant, left-hand side. Can Luke Hannant conjure it up? It's been cleared, though, by York. Chadwick does his best to try and win it back, and anywhere will do. Well, 5 seconds remaining. It could be that this game ends 1-1. As Gateshead now need to get the ball in the box. The referee hasn't blew his whistle yet. Francis, now Booty, is he going to loft this one in? He is. He looked towards to find Hunter. Ball has been cleared, but only as far as Francis. Akanyemi tries to win the ball, and we've got a shot. Is it going to dip? No, it isn't. And I think that will be the last bit of action from this game here at Gateshead International Stadium. We're just waiting for the full-time whistle. York have a goal kick, and well, if stats won games, Gateshead's possession would have had this over at half-time, but that doesn't win games, goals do, and York took their chance when they got one, and Gateshead had to carve out chance after chance after chance to try and get the golden chance to put the ball in the back of the net, and the referee still hasn't blown his whistle yet. It's an interesting one, and it's a free kick to Gateshead. They've got an opportunity to get this ball up the pitch. Still looking at his watch. Yet our clock here says we've played 5 minutes. Gateshead now. Hannant, can we get the ball in the box? Hannant drives down with it. He's still going. Oh, twisting and turning, and he's been dispossessed, Luke Hannant. And there is the full-time whistle. And it ends 1-1 here at Gateshead International Stadium. Gateshead is on top for much of the game, possession-wise. First half didn't carve out that many chances. Second half, it was all Gateshead again, and York were happy to try and sit back. But the points are shared here on Boxing Day, and what a game it was in the end. There'll be lots of talking points. We hope everyone that has watched and listened enjoys the rest of their holiday season. I hope you have a fantastic new year. This battle will be reignited on New Year's Day down at York. You can watch that on the National League TV streaming service. Thank you for joining us on the Heed Army podcast. We've joined us on the audio version. It's been an absolute pleasure to be with you here this afternoon. And once again, well done to the travelling York fans, and we'll see this game again on New Year's Day. Thank you very much, everybody.
542 away supporters. Thank you to each and every one of you for turning out on Boxing Day. Gateshead's next fixture